Hi everyone, welcome back to PM Insights with Aditi. In my last short, I shared that my husband asked me about RACI metrics and how his one simple question made me pause and let me think on the answer before I gave him. The question was, what's the difference between responsible and accountable? And honestly, this is where most of the team get confused. So instead of just explaining it, let me show you using a real software project example. Let's look at the ratio matrix I have created. Here I have a simple ratio matrix for a typical software project. We have responsible, who does the work, accountable, who owns the outcome, consulted, who provides the input, informed, who needs the updates. And on the left, we have project steps, that is requirement gathering, design, development, testing, and deployment. Let's start with the requirement gathering. Here, the client is responsible because they provide the requirement. Project managers are accountable. They ensure clarity and alignment. Developer or tech leads are consulted for feasibility, and designers are informed so they understand upcoming work. Now, for design, designers are responsible. They create the design. The clients are accountable. They approve and own the final outcome. PMs is consulted for alignment. Developer is informed so what they need to build next they know about it. Number 3, development. In development, developers are responsible. They build the feature. PMs is accountable. They ensure the delivery. Client and tech lead are consulted for feedback and technical guidance. Designer is informed for consistency. Similarly, for testing and deployment, developer is responsible. PMs are accountable. Client is consult. Designer or tech leads are informed. In deployment, the developer and DevOps teams are responsible. PM is accountable. Client is consulted. And designer and tech lead is informed. This consistency helps avoid confusion during the execution. Now, here is one of the most important takeaway. In every step, you might have noticed that we have more than one person involved, but only one column is accountable, which has a one person. Because if multiple people are accountable, no one truly owns the outcome. Imagine if I add another accountable person here, then now tell me who is actually responsible for the result. This is exactly where confusion, delay, and blame starts in real project. So, always remember, responsible doing the work and accountable is owning the outcome. That one decision can bring clarity to your entire project. But now, this is where a very interesting question comes up is if someone is responsible but not accountable, does that mean they can just say, I did my part, I am not answerable? And the answer is no. Being responsible doesn't mean you can avoid the ownership. It means you are responsible for doing your part correctly and completely. But accountable person is the one who ensures everything comes together. Think of it like this. Responsible is equals to ownership, that is for execution. Accountable is equals to final ownership. So even if you are not accountable, you are still have responsibility for your work quality. Because if responsible role does not take the ownership, the accountable person cannot succeed. That is why Rishi is not just about shifting the blame, it's about creating clarity and collaboration.
So, next time you create a RACI matrix, don't just fill the roles. Make sure ownership is clear. Because one small confusion between responsibility and accountability can impact your entire project. And here is something interesting. As the industry is evolving, especially with AI, even RACI is starting to evolve. In my next video, I will show you how this traditional RACI matrix is transforming into something more modern, that is RACI with AI. This is Aditi from PM Insights with Aditi. I'll see you in our next video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And do let me know if you are using the ratio matrix or if you have faced any difficulties while implementing and declaring the roles and responsibilities, and whether this method helped you.